When we create webinars, should they be live or automated? Welcome to gorgeous Coolangatta Beach. I'm right on the beach today. The surf lifesavers are working hard behind us looking after everyone. We've even got Surfers Paradise way in the distance. It's a gorgeous day. And today I'm going to talk about live webinars versus automated webinars. Live webinars are, as the name suggests, live. You produce the webinar, people are watching you at the same time you're producing the webinar. There's an option, however, with some webinar software to produce automated webinars. You basically record the webinar and then you watch it back later and make it available for people to watch at times that are more convenient to them. Let's dive in and look at the advantages of live versus automated webinars. Let's go.
I think he's spotted land!
One of the big advantages of live webinars is that they are live. They're an event. People sense that they're live. They come to participate in the event. They have a degree of excitement about them. You don't know what's going to happen because it's brand new. It's live. There's a degree of adventure about it. People love that, and they love being online the same time you are and the same time as the other participants. You can get that live interaction, that live event feel. It's very powerful, and in itself it's a very compelling reason to do live webinars compared to automated. One of the advantages of automated webinars, however, is that they give easy access for the participants to see the webinar when they want it. Otherwise, it's really difficult for the participants to necessarily be able to be live with the webinar at the same time you are. By having an automated webinar, you can make it more easily accessible for your participants. They can come in at a time of their choosing or at multiple times, depending upon how you use the automated software to set up your webinar. People might register and they go in to see when the webinars are on. There might be one starting in 15 minutes, or it might even be live on demand and they can watch it at the time that they choose when they're registering. That's powerful. People can go in and capture that webinar and see it at the time that they want to watch it rather than when you're going to be live. And that's a big advantage for automated webinars. Our next advantage for automated webinars follows on from our previous one, in that it takes away and negates all the problems of time zones. If you're producing a webinar in the US and you've got Australian viewers, it's really difficult to find a time that's going to work for your American viewers and your Australian viewers and your European viewers at the same time. By using automated webinars, you can take away a lot of those challenges. Produce the webinar once and replay it in several different time zones and times that suit your participants. You'll ultimately perhaps get more people watching the webinar over the next 24 hours or over whatever automated time you choose. Another very popular reason for doing automated webinars is that you can make it perfect. Unlike live webinars where whatever comes out of your mouth is what the people are going to see, in automated webinars, if you didn't like something that happened during the live webinar, reshoot it. Do it again. Pick your best webinar. If you do it 3 times, pick your best one and make that one live. Or with some of the webinar software, you can even splice it together like a video editor to create that perfect webinar. A lot of people feel more comfortable with the idea of automated webinars because they know what the quality is going to look like, they know what's going to be said before the webinar is produced and before people are seeing it. This is a big advantage of automated webinars. Our next and final advantage is going to be for live webinars. And it's an advantage for live webinars because of the fact that with automated webinars, it is perfect. And you don't necessarily want perfect. People watching webinars want to connect with you. They want to see your mistakes. They want to see you fumble around with the software. They want to know that you're giving yourself live and they'll be very, very forgiving. In an automated webinar, they expect things to be perfect. They expect things to look great. But in a live webinar, they may be more forgiving and it creates that real-time engagement. Refer back to advantage number 1 for live webinars. So the fact that it's imperfect is in some ways an advantage for live webinars. Now, it doesn't matter how you slice it and dice it in terms of what your preference between live and automated webinars, but there's one extra bonus tip I want to give you during this video. Here it comes, and it's important. If you're producing an automated webinar, don't try and pretend that it's live. It's phony, it's fake. You're probably not going to feel good in yourself doing that. And even though the software that's used for automated webinars often makes it easy to pretend it's live, it's a mistake to do that, in my opinion. If it's going to be automated, tell people it's automated. You don't have to make a big song and dance out of it, but certainly don't pretend that it's live. By doing that, you're misleading the people who are watching, and it won't serve them and it won't serve you to your best advantage. If you're a regular of these videos, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. But today I want to tell you about something that's not video content. Do you sometimes wish when you're in the car or on the gym or in the shower that you wish you had something to listen to so you could learn about webinars more effectively? If you're a webinar fanatic like I am and you want to get the chance to take advantage of those opportunities to do more learning, then there's a podcast for you, the Webinar Skills Podcast, hosted by yours truly. And I'm very excited about the Webinar Skills Podcast. It's only just been recently released and it's going great. So if you want the chance to listen to top-class webinar presenters like John Lee Dumas, like Rick Mulready, like Joe Daniel, like George Cow and Kate Erickson, then tune into the Webinar Skills Podcast. You'll find it on iTunes or Stitcher Radio. Search for it, Webinar Skills Podcast, or click the link below to go to the Webinar Skills Podcast. Please have a listen to one of the episodes. I hope you love it. Thanks for watching today's video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and have an awesome day. Let's talk about webinar engagement and why Jerry Seinfeld gets it.